Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Mary Jo from Mary Jo's Creations. And I'm doing this intro because I had to welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I'm doing this intro because the basket video went way too long. And I am going to change things up a little bit, try to do things a little bit different that's, like easier for me. And hopefully you'll like it. It's going to be more like a kind of like almost like a day-to-day thing. Because clearly at this very moment, my life is a little too chaotic for me to try and do, like challenge videos and stuff like that at this moment, because of my, number one, my health issues, and number two, all the doctor's appointments that I've been going to lately. It's just taking a lot out of me. And trying to do challenges and like film them a certain way is a little difficult for me. Not only in the sense that, I have to do a bunch of clips throughout the day, which I still might do, but differently. But also because, I can't think. Wow, it's like, and this is what I'm talking about. Like the thoughts just fall out of my head. Between the thyroids and the fibromyalgia and the ADHD, which all make it hard to think, is just driving me a little crazy. But anyway, we will talk more about this later on in this video. But right now, we're going to go to Past Me and show you all the clips. I'm just trying, this is the last handle that I'm sewing on to the last basket. But again, concentrate, Mary Jo, concentrate. We are going to, here is Past Me and the rest of the basket making fiasco that was fun. Hi guys. So it is March 31st. I was going to film earlier, but I did have a doctor's appointment to run some more tests. They did take the monitor off, even though I broke out so bad from the tape on it. But I did do some work on the baskets. But then I also went to my best friend's house this afternoon, so I did get some work done. I just didn't film any of it. But I just wanted to give you an update on this basket. I believe I started this one on this last night. I worked on this most of the day on and off. And there's another one that is also almost done. It just needs a couple more rows, but I finished the yarn. I have to tie on another skein. So that's another skein that I used for the month. And this blue one is almost done too. I think the straps are going to take care of this, what do you call it? Wow, my brain is like dead. The straps should take up the rest of this skein. Oh, sorry, you're falling. I think this should be enough to sew on the end. Hold on. Okay, there you go. This is all I have left of the blue. And I think I'm going to make the strap a little bit smaller. I do have to sew it onto the other one. I'm not sure exactly. You know what? I can just, hold on. I have it here. So let me pull this out, because what I'll do is, this is where I was going to sew on the strap anyway. So instead of just having an extra, cutting out a extra long piece, I can just sew it on with this one from the top. So let's turn this around. So this is what this one looks like. And it's funny because I'm using the same hook size on all of them. I'm using a 6mm. And basically the same yarn. It's all mainstay and big twist. And for some reason, some baskets are coming out slightly bigger than others, which I don't understand. Now, I know I'm not going to connect this because this one doesn't go here. I just want to connect it to see if it's too big or just right. I know it's definitely not too small, but I don't know if the strap is too long. And I have it here because I was counting it to see how many chains it had. And what I really want to do is make the other strap and then sew these on. But in order to do that, I need to know how, if I'm making it the same length as this one, which was 96 stitches. So I chained 97, and I don't know if I'm going to be chaining 97 again, or if I want to make it smaller. So right now, what I'm doing is just pinning it on here. I don't like using the plastic yarn needles to sew anything, but I do like to use the plastic yarn needles to pin everything down. You know, like I will use them in order to secure because they're like pliant, but I don't like using them to sew because of that same reason. Because they're so soft and they bend, I don't like sewing with them. But I think they are great to hold my project together while I go to sew it, right? So again, I'm not sewing this onto here, and I'm not trying to do the best job ever. I just need to see if this strap is the right size or if it needs to be smaller. So what do you think? I mean, it's not staying, if I make it a little bit shorter, maybe. So let's see. Let's unpin this side and go down by what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 would be like that. Let's hit what, the 10 mark? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so that would be what, 82? If it's 96 and 14, let's say 82. Or we can just maybe do 80. I think that's good. And it stays. So I am going to leave this one. It'll just be a bigger strap. Because I honestly don't feel like taking it apart. And I don't have yarn to waste to make another one. So I'm just going to leave this one and sew it on. But this one I am going to make a little bit smaller. So right now I have 2 full baskets made that just need straps sewn on. Well, this one needs a strap and the purple one needs the strap sewn on. So right now it's about 10:30. So I still have some time. I'm going to make the strap for this blue one. And then I'm going to sew on both straps. See what time it is. And then see if we have enough time to maybe finish another basket. At least the body. I don't know. I have one that's almost done. Well, kind of. I worked on this one at my best friend's house, but I ran out of yarn. So I like the way this one came out. This one's pretty. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it needs to finish this 6th row and then 3 more rows after that. I think. So that doesn't really take very long. But maybe I'll work on it depending on the time. I might work on it after I do the straps before I sew everything on. But this one is almost done. It's not that much more on it to do. And I have another one that's also almost done, but don't worry. I know I'm not going to make very many. Probably only have 3 finished completely. But the good thing is that I'm going to keep going. So I just wanted to know how many I can get done. Wasn't the great... I need to stop doing these challenges because every time I try to do a challenge, I can't. Something happens where I cannot, get through as much as I want. But anyway, let's go do the strap for this. I do love the way these baskets are coming out. And I honestly don't care if they're coming out slightly bigger or smaller than the other. It just makes them different, Sometimes you want a bigger strap, sometimes you want a smaller strap. We're going to leave that strap the way it is for now. And then we will see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to leave that strap for now, and we are going to put it on the basket. And we're going to work on this strap, and then I'll let you know what's going on when I'm done with the strap. Okay, guys, it is late. It is still the 31st, though. Just barely, but it's still the 31st. So, I did end up using 2 more skeins of Mainstay this month. So, I know it's not as much as I've done before, but you know, I haven't been feeling well, so I'm actually surprised that I did as much as I did this month. Not feeling well. I'm hoping this goes away soon. It's so itchy. But I finished the basket and I finished the strap. I got them all pinned, so all I have to do is sew it on. I might spray the strap with some starch spray that I do have and see if that works. But, I mean, I do think I made it a little too big, but, you know, I'm sure that they'll use this as, you know, like pocketbooks. And this one, I did shorten it a little bit, and it actually does stay, if you manipulate it a little bit, it does stay up. It is a little wonky. It's not straight. It'll get better once they're actually sewn in, but I think this one came out better, so I think I'm going to do, this one is I chained 80. That one I chained 96. So I took out 16 and I just chained 80, and I think this might be the best one. Now, this is what I was saying, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I did 9 rounds before I did the edge. And then I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 half doubles with a single round of single crochets. So that's 13 in total. Now if we look at this bag, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, how much was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, okay. So this one was bigger. This one was only 7. I thought I had used the same amount and it was somehow smaller. I don't know. But what I do know is that right at this very moment, I need to take a break. I'm very tired. And I'm going to sew these in. I should be able to have this done before I go to sleep. And then tomorrow morning, I will come on and show you all the bags that I finished. Which honestly, I think it's that are completely finished. 3. We're just gonna say this is finished. I'm so tired. I've had a rough day. But, you know, again, every time I try these challenges, I don't think that's bad, though, because I do have a lot of the bases done. And I will show those all to you tomorrow in the morning. Also, I'm still going to finish all these. And, you know, I do have some keychain wristlets and something else that I did that are small things because, you know, when I needed a break from this, This is hard on my hands because it's like very tight stitched, right? But I'm very proud of these. I'll be more proud once I have the handle sewn on. I think I figured it out by one of them, and they're all made the same now. Apparently, I don't know how to count because I'm making some bigger, some smaller. It doesn't really matter. All sizes look cute. I think I got the pattern down, you know, the row count for the bottom and the top and the strap. I think this one is the best one, and we are going to see. I'm going to show you, because I have I think 3 bases that are like the bottom is done, and I just have to, one wall is almost halfway, like I think it is halfway, but I couldn't finish it because I was doing that one at my best friend's house and I ran out of yarn. The other one is almost finished. It is also like maybe about up to here. And I have a base that's just the base, and I think it does have like the starting of the wall. And then if I'm not mistaken, I have 3 where just the centers are started, because I was trying to pair colors. So I would do like the first 2 rounds of the circle to see if the colors would look nice. So I am going to work on these just because I finished, you know, the challenge to see how many I could get done in 3 days. Apparently it's 1 a day at the moment. I completed. Now, it was my fault because I did start doing the bases instead of doing them all the way straight up, but it is what it is. I am going to keep working on them, and then at the end, they should be all done by the end of the week. I really do need them done by Friday, because as many as I can get done, because I am going to need at least 4. The first big one that I did, that one I'm going to keep for myself. I'm not going to change the handle. I'm going to use that for my yarn. And I am going to make another big one like that with a more sturdy handle. Possibly for my best friend. I'm not sure. As an Easter gift. But I do want to get a whole bunch of them done. And that's what I'm going to work on for the rest of the week. So there are some other things that I'm going to do, but I'm going to stop talking because I'm exhausted. I am going to try and sew these up. And if I can't, then I'll do them in the morning. Again, I had a very rough day, and my feet have been swollen all day. I did have to do some more tests for the arteries in my legs to see if they were working right. And it's just been a rough day. Then my best friend called me and asked me if I would go to her house with her after work. Well, she called me. Anyway, I went with her to her house after work. She stopped by here, and then we walked to her house, and it's just been a little bit of a crazy day, but that's life, right? I did what I could. I think I did a good job. I will show you everything tomorrow morning, whether it's finished or not. I will show you everything that I did within the last 3 days, because it actually did a lot in the last 3 days. It's just I barely got anything finished. And it is what it is. Tomorrow I have another appointment, doctor's appointment at 2 o'clock. So I'm going to try and get whatever I can get finished in the morning. and just go from there. But I will see y'all in the morning. Bye. Hey everybody, good morning. It is actually April 1st. And last night I was not able to sew the baskets, but I'm going to show you everything that I've done. Oh wait, I have some more. Hold on. Okay, so I have everything that I worked on for these baskets. Now, one I have completely done. Then I have another one. I have two more that just need to be sewn in. And I'm just going to show you everything that I got. Obviously, 3 days, and with everything that's going on with me, wasn't like the best, but we did it. We did something, and I'm going to keep on working on these throughout the week to get them done. But I wanted to show you what 3 days of work and working on the baskets got me, which is pretty far, and I think that throughout the week I can finish them all up before Easter. So I'll do these first because these are the easiest, and then I can like switch back and forth. But this basket is done. It just, like I said, needs the ends sewn in. I mean, the straps sewn in. Everything else is, finished. This one did have the strap that was a little bit too long. So, it doesn't really sit. But I am going to maybe, like, spray it. I have starch spray. And maybe that'll help. I don't know. But that's basket number 1. And we're going to put this, I want to put it somewhere where it's not going to be in the way. And then this was the one I made finished last night, which again, the straps are not sewn in. So we just have to sew those in real quick and get this basket done. It is a little bit bigger than the purple one, but that's okay. I'm making them all different sizes, so it doesn't matter. But these two are almost completely finished. And then when I do finish all of them and they're all fully done, I will, show you guys what they all look like. But here are the ones. Let me see. We're going to put this over here. And we'll show you these that are almost, that are more far along. Let me bring this drawer up here so I have a better angle to grab it. This was the pink one. And this was one of the first ones that I was making. So it did come out a little bit like wavy. I was still trying to figure out how I wanted to do it and the pattern that I wanted to use, which I did by those. But it's okay. I don't mind. It will stretch out, especially when the kids start putting stuff in it. So I'm not too worried about that. I did tie in my ends. I only left 2 little pieces so that I know that this is the inside. But this one, this one is smaller, so this one shouldn't take me too long to finish. So we have that one. And then I think this one came out so pretty, and I can't wait to see it, finished. You know what? Let me try and get all of this out of here. And y'all, this is such a mess. Okay. Let me put this here. Let me put the basket back down there. And we will put these. And, like the yarn is still attached to the basket. So it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But anyway. All right. Let's do this one because this one is a little bit easier. I don't think I tied on this. The only reason I didn't finish this one up yesterday when I was at my friend's house is because I ran out of yarn. and I didn't have another purple one with me. So I wasn't able to finish this one. I had a bunch of yarn barf, so that skein is out of control. But this one, I think, came out so pretty. And this one is more like, this one's halfway done. I only need a few more rounds to go up. Like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think I only need 5 more rounds. I'm on the 6th round. I think I only need 5 more rounds of, like 4 rounds of the half double and 1 round of single. But this one is almost done. This one will be finished by today. I'm going to start on the ones that are almost finished when I start crocheting later. And then there's this one, which I think came out so pretty. We have this one. And I don't know how many rounds this one is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one is 9 rounds. So this one is like the purple one. But also, I think my stitches were tighter on this one. Because this one, I think, is a smidge smaller than the other one. That's the exact same amount of rounds. But anyway, we have this one. So that's 3 that are already, like, built up. And we just have to finish working up the bodies and then do the straps, which I think I can probably get these done by, at least the bodies and the straps done by tonight. I'm hoping, because today is Thursday. No, Wednesday. Wow. Today's Wednesday. So I do want to have these done by Friday. That's my goal. We'll see how much we get there. Then we have this little one here that I started, which is this little circle right here. I started the base on a bunch of these. And that's this one with this variegated yarn and the purple. And then we have this brown one here, which isn't as fun as the other colors, but I figured, you know, making a nice brown one, I might keep it for myself and put it on my kitchen. Or like the one I'm using right now. I love this basket. This one is going to be for me. This was the first one I made. It is very big, but the strap, the handle is, you know, the way I made it, I don't like it. So I'm not going to give this one, but I do like it to hold my yarn. So this was the brown one. And then we did this one, which I think came out so fun too. And this is the center. So we started doing a little more of the base. And that is all that is started but not finished. And then, like I said, this one was the first basket that I made. And I don't like the method that I used to attach the straps. The handle. Whatever you want to call this. It should have been sewn on like the other ones, but that's okay. The handle is not as stiff. It's also made this way, a little bit more stretched than the other ones, but it's for me, so it doesn't matter. And so in total, I only had 1 fully finished basket. 2 that just need to be sewn on. 3 that have the walls already built up, but they're not finished. And then 3 that have the centers worked on, but that's it. So technically, I only really finished 1 basket. You know, I gotta really stop doing these challenges. Sorry, my allergies are out of control. I really have to, like, until I start feeling better and feeling like myself, I really have to stop doing these challenges because I keep failing. I don't like to fail. But anyway, in this one, I also made the bottom in double crochets, and I don't like it. That's why I changed it up. It's not as sturdy as the other ones. This one is a little more flimsy, and I don't know. That's why I changed the pattern, and in all honesty and fairness, I did create these myself. There's no pattern that I used. I just, you know, freehanded them until I found the one that I like, the technique that I like the best. So I do want to make another one this big, though. I'm just not sure when. I'm going to wait and see until I finish all of these, because these are going to be for the kids. And I want to have enough baskets if I need extra. And that's why I want to make all of these. So they're all going to be around this size, give or take. You know, this one is a slight bit bigger than that one. I think this one is 9. Yeah, I think this one is 9 inches. And that one, I think, is 8 inches. So it's not by much, you know. It's just a slight bit different. Slight bit of a difference. I must not have been paying attention, but that's okay. So that's it for this video. I'm going to keep on working on these baskets, and I'll let you know when they're finished. But thank y'all so much for watching. I greatly appreciate all of you. Oh, and just on another note, yesterday I did manage to finish 2 more skeins, and these were full when I got to them. So there was the one in, what is this, blue and purple. So I was able to finish 2 more, and probably sometime next week I'll let you know how many labels I used in the month of May. Now, wow, March. Girl, get it together. And show you all the things that I finished. And those 2 baskets might be included because, I mean, technically they are finished. You let me know if you think those 2 baskets that I just need to sew the handles on, if I should show them for March or if I should show them for April. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for all the new subscribers. You don't know how much it means to me and how grateful I am to have y'all here. I hope that, you know, we keep growing, and I think that for the foreseeable future, because of my health and the way that it goes up and down, where sometimes I can do more, sometimes I can do less, that these videos are going to be a little bit different. It's going to be more like a day-to-day or like every couple of days kind of vlog than it is like maybe doing challenges or doing, you know, stuff where I give myself a time limit, because some days I'm okay and I can crochet for a while, and then there are days that I am not. And I don't want to, you know, set high expectations for myself that I can't meet, because then it makes me feel bad. You know, like, I feel bad that I wasn't able to get as many baskets done for you guys as I wanted to. Because I know I could have done, you know, if I was okay, I know I could have done at least 4 or 5 completed baskets, but because of life, it just didn't happen. And this week I do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment today. And my foot is starting to swell again. I did put something underneath my little table so that I can put my feet up, but it's just been rough for me these last couple of months, and that's another reason why it means so much to me that you guys are here, and I just hope you stick around for a while. I promise it'll get better. Hey everybody, so I finished 2 baskets. I finished this one, and I sewed the straps onto the sides. And that one I believe is like 8 inches. And then there's this one. And it's just a little bit smaller. Not by much though. And I, again, sewed the straps directly onto the basket. And I think I have 2 more. Hold on. Yeah, I also finished this one. And these straps I did do a little bit smaller. These I think I did chain of 80. And here are, I did the same thing with this one. And this is the smallest one. This is when I was still trying to figure out how to do the increases. So this one's a bit of a, you know, a difference between the other ones. And then the last one I finished was this one. And I ran out of the light purple, so I used the dark purple just for the handle. And then I also sewed this on. So these 4 are done. See you later. I'll be back in just a second for you. Okay, hey everybody. So I was able to finish the baskets that I needed to give out, right? Because I wanted to give baskets as an Easter gift to the kids that are in my life right now. And I just wanted to give them some Easter baskets, give them something pretty for them to have. And it worked out because their moms hadn't bought their baskets yet. So that made me really happy. And they did love their baskets. Now, I had started making this one, but I didn't end up finishing it. And yesterday I did get it almost all together. I only had to sew this last handle, last side of this handle on there. And I just, yesterday, I just wasn't feeling it. Towards the end of the day, I got very, very, just felt drained and didn't feel like doing anything at all, which I pretty much didn't. The only thing I really did was just make food for myself. Other than that, I really didn't do much of anything else. Although this morning I did make a few extra things, but I will be showing those to you, in the how many labels, how much yarn, and what did I make in March video. That's a mouthful. But I did want to show you the rest of the baskets. And this one was almost done, so I was like, I really wanted to get this one done. And I figured that I would sew the rest of it on while I chat with you for just a minute. Now, like I was saying in the beginning of this video, I am going to start doing these videos just a little bit different. I guess you could say, oh, dang it, I didn't want to do that. I went too far to the side and it was sticking out. I don't like it when there's like, too much space. But anyway, this is the last basket that I'm going to do with this kind of strap on it. Now, I do have a few more, and I'll show you those that I started, but I wasn't able to finish. I think it's like 3 or 4 that I wasn't able to finish in time. So instead of doing Easter baskets and have handles on them like this, I'm still going to finish making those baskets, but I'm going to, what do you call that? Put just regular handles on them and make them just like regular baskets that I can use around the house. Mainly probably in my yarn room, or maybe some even in here. So that's what I'm going to be working on this week, along with getting a few of my other whips done. So what I think I'm going to do, like going back to the videos, is I think I'm going to, I don't know, do more kind of like a daily vlog, I guess you can say. We're just going to go throughout the week. If I see that, you know, one day is not a lot and I can go into 2 days, then that's fine. If, you know, one video is too long because of whatever I was doing, we're just going to end it and then just start the next day. I'm not really sure of what I want to do, to be honest. I'm just trying to find what works for me at this moment, because of everything that's going on with me. And there's still a few more doctors that I need to see. And, you know, when you're doing that and going back and forth to doctor's offices and all of that, it's just sometimes hard for me to, you know, do challenge videos, and do like specific projects, because it's just, it's, you know, too much for me. I won't be able to get as much done as I would like to. And then that makes me feel like I'm not being as productive as I should be, which I know sounds crazy, and I know that I do a lot. I know that I get a lot done, and I know that I put the pressure on myself. Okay, I did that already. This is the only one. Did I just have to weave in these ends. Okay. I know that I put a lot of pressure on myself, and that's just because, I don't know, I'm crazy. I just want to get so much done, right? And what I would like to do, I do have a website where I have some already made projects, and, you know, for me right now, it's not feasible for me to make a bunch of projects to just have on the website, especially, you know, like right now, I just started, and I know I don't have anybody, like, I haven't had any sales on the website yet. I'm hoping that soon that'll change. But what I was thinking of is, I do have a lot of things made, right? That are for me, and that's how I learned how to make things to write my patterns so that hopefully one day I could sell. And so what I was thinking of is I do have quite a few patterns, and we're going to go over that this month, that I'm just going to redo and test and see how well they are and remake. And what I'm thinking is I think it would be good to maybe like, what do you call that? Put up like a custom thing on my website and have all of the stuff that I've made so far. And, if you see something you could like, you can order it and I can make it whatever colors you want. And that way I, have something to show you, but it's just not, a finished, it might not be a finished product. It'll be like made to order, if that makes sense. I don't know. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I feel like I'm losing what's left of my sanity, y'all. I really do. But, yeah, so what I want to do, especially this month, is number one, finish up all the little loose ends that I have, all the whips that are flying around that, they grew again. Because again, I try to do things a certain way and it doesn't work for me. So we're going to try it my way, which is normally the story of my life. When I try to do things the way, a lot of other people do them, it just doesn't work for me. Yarn just went flying. And so I have to find my own way and what works for me. So, and what makes me more productive. Because that's, I guess, the best way I can describe it. I feel like I'm not being productive enough because of the way that I'm doing things, I guess. And so what I want to do is change things up a little bit and do things my way and see what we can get done this month. Because this month, there are quite a few things that I want to do. It is April. I would like to have a few of the, like the ponchos and the hexie cardigans and all of that. I want to have them pretty much figured out and the, what do you call it? Patterns ready to go. I also, I don't really like cropped things, but I do have like 2 cardigans that I made, like not cardigans, more like shrugs, little, just a short little jacket to put over. I might redo those and see how the pattern works out, because I also want to do it to where I, can make it short, but if I want to make it longer, I can make it longer and just add to it, right? If that makes sense. And there's a bunch of other little things that I've been making that I want to make more of. And, always do that. Hey guys, sorry about before. I had a phone call. But I just wanted to show you the baskets. I finished this one. And I know it's not as tall, but that's okay. I like having different sizes. I did put a handle on this one because, like I said, this was going to be for someone, but they got a different one because this one wasn't finished. So I'm just going to keep this one for myself and, use it for something. But I did start a few different ones. Hold on one second. And these My allergies are acting up. This one, I'm actually going to make it like a basket with the handles, not the strap. So it's going to have like the handles. You know what I'm talking about when you do it and you build the handles in, like you chain up. And anyway, I have this one. So I did this one. And y'all saw this one here. And I did do a few other things throughout the week, but I will be showing those in the video that's coming up. I just wanted to show you the baskets that I started. And this one, I'm also going to do the same, because these were all supposed to be kind of like Easter baskets. But because, you know, Easter is today and it's over, I'm not going to make Easter baskets, but I'm also not going to scrap this, right? So I'm just going to go all the way around and just make a regular basket so that I can use them throughout the house. Maybe in the kitchen, maybe in my workroom, maybe in here. I'm going to be moving my room around too, so we're going to see what that looks like. And then I have one more that is almost finished. This one is the one that's like almost done. And again, this one, I'm not going to be putting a strap on it, like the one handle. I'm just going to be building the little handles in the basket. So this is what, honestly, I will be working on this week coming, and also on my granny square blanket. But I'm also going to do a separate video talking about all of that. So, unfortunately, we didn't get to do as many baskets as we wanted. We got to complete 6. We started a bunch more, and we have 3 that are almost done. But as far as Easter baskets like this, we only made, no wait, 4, yeah, 6. 4, which you saw, I actually did that video at my friend's house, because they stayed there, since that video was on Friday, and they, they went, like, wow, words are hard sometimes. They had their little thing yesterday with the Easter egg hunts and all of that. So they got to all take their baskets. So those 4 baskets that I showed you in the clip before, I left those at my friend's house. And I knew I wasn't going to have them to do this, so I just took a little video because I finished them up there. And then I have these 2 here, which is this one and this one. And I like them. I like the way they came out. Now, what I can do if I really want to make this stand up, I mean, I can try and spray it with the starch spray. Or I can always, like, feed floral wire into it, or I have, like, really thin jewelry wire that I can feed into it if I wanted to, but I don't know. I don't mind it. I don't mind the fact that it's not standing up. I'll figure out, at least I have, like, the way that I want it done, right? And then, like, next year, I plan on making a whole bunch and hopefully putting them up on the website. And, you know, we'll figure something else out. If y'all think that I should put something like holding it up or try to spray it, or do you think that they're okay like this? Let me know what you think. But, you know, 6 baskets in a week's time, I think was good. You know, because I started making the baskets on what? Last Sunday. Yeah, last Sunday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So what, 6 days, 6 baskets? I did, like I said, make a few little extra things, but I'm going to save those for the next video. I just want to thank y'all so much for coming to my channel and watching. I hope you like the baskets. Let me know what you think of the baskets. Let me know if you like the style, if you think they're cute, or if you think that, you know, what your opinion is. I would love to hear it. I do like the way I did these handles a lot better, though, than this one. Because this was my first one, if you remember. This is the very first one that I made. And I don't like the way this came out. Now, I'm just going to keep this because I actually have the stuff that I made in here. And this is like a good little basket for like yarn scraps or something like that. Or even like to put my little projects that I'm working on. And it's not bad, but I do like these handles better. I think they're definitely more sturdy and secure, and they're not going anywhere. Although I gotta say, I don't know why this basket feels like it went out a little bit more. I don't know. I might be crazy. Who knows? But I think I kind of like the taller ones better than this size. Like, it is a difference, right? Not much of a difference, but it is a difference. Only, I think, by like 2 rows, 2 rounds. But let me know what you think. And again, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed your Easter Sunday. I know for you that'll be yesterday, because I will be posting this video on Monday. But I hope everybody had a great weekend, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed yet, you should subscribe and come and check out the madness and insanity that is my life. But I do have a lot of fun things that I'm going to be doing, and I can't wait to share those with you. And hopefully we'll get a lot of projects done. I can't wait to start remaking some of the things that I've made, like my ponchos and some of my cardigans and the sweater again. I did get some nice yarn that I got from Walmart. I had a gift card, so I did buy some yarn. Technically, it was free, but I got some more Mandela yarn to make another sweater and probably a shawl. I don't know, but again, thank you all so much for coming. Thank you for dropping by. I hope you stayed till the end. I hope you liked all the baskets. Let me know which color was your favorites. I actually kind of like this one. I don't know why, but I really like this one. But anyway, thank you so much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye, guys.